we turn now to Afghanistan and to news on the mass evacuations, the race against time there. Will President Biden extend that August 31st deadline? What the White House said just today here in a moment. The Taliban now saying that date is a red line. The U.S. and allies making progress, airlifting roughly 16,000 people out of Kabul in just the last 24 hours. But that image, planes taking off using flares to protect against any possible terror threat from the ground. And the Pentagon tonight acknowledging a second group of Americans in Kabul was airlifted to the airport and that rescue operations are taking place as needed to bring more people inside the perimeter at the airport. Our senior foreign correspondent Ian Pannell reporting from Kabul again tonight.
Tonight, violence and chaos around the airport in Kabul, but the pace of evacuations stepping up. US and coalition planes flying more than 16,000 people out of Afghanistan in just the past 24 hours, a new record. But so many more remain. The US was planning to pull out on August 31st, 1 week from tomorrow. President Biden now hinting that may be delayed.
Our hope is we will not have to extend, but there are going to be discussions, I suspect, on how far along we are in the process.
The Taliban today calling August 31st a red line, saying moving the deadline would amount to extending occupation and would provoke a reaction. So now the situation's increasingly desperate. Over the weekend, surging crowds trying to get to the airport, leaving at least 7 dead, including reportedly a 2-year-old girl. Today, a firefight breaking out between gunmen and American and German forces. An Afghan security officer killed, others wounded.
We have a long way to go, and a lot could still go wrong.
The White House warning terrorists may see an opportunity in the chaos, calling the threat of an ISIS attack at the airport real, acute, and persistent. As a defense, military aircraft now releasing flares to distract any heat-seeking missiles that might target planes. Outside of Afghanistan, the US enlisting a fleet of commercial jets to transport Americans and the Afghans who worked alongside them.
Once screened and cleared, we will welcome these Afghans who helped us in the war effort over the last 20 years to their new home in the United States of America.
Hundreds of Afghan refugees now arriving in Virginia. This woman telling our affiliate WJLA she fled Kabul in the darkness with her husband and 3-year-old daughter.
In the morning, Taliban is in the street. We're scared we go in the night in the airport.
At Dulles Airport outside Washington, D.C., this man and his family speaking with ABC's Gio Benitez. The man worked for the American government for more than 2 years. This is his first time in the United States.
A lot of relief. Now I think we are safe here. Yeah.
While the numbers of Americans and Afghans getting out the country has increased, tens of thousands still remain stuck outside the airport, afraid or simply unable to get through those checkpoints or the chaos. And time starting to run out for many of them to get out safely. David?
Ian Pannell reporting for us again tonight. Our thanks to Ian and the team. Meantime, at the White House today, our Stephanie Ramos asking about that August 31st deadline to get the U.S. troops out, and of course Americans and Afghan interpreters before that. Stephanie asking whether the president plans to extend that deadline, and here's what his national security advisor Jake Sullivan said.
What if the U.S. can't get Americans and Afghan allies out of the country by August 31st? What happens then if the Taliban says they are not willing to extend? Is the U.S. going to abide by their red lines?
So I'm not going to take this on as a hypothetical question. What I'm going to say is what I said at the outset, which is we're in touch with the Taliban daily. We're in touch with our allies and partners. We're reviewing our progress in this particular operation, which we feel has been substantial over the past few days, and the president will make his own determinations.
That was the answer at the White House today on this deadline. August 31st is a week from tomorrow. I want to bring in ABC's Chief Global Affairs correspondent Martha Raddatz with us tonight. Martha, I know you pressed the Secretary of Defense on this just this weekend. What are you learning from your sources tonight on this deadline as it approaches?
Well, David, the defense secretary told me the goal is to finish the evacuations by that August 31st deadline. The complication is that we now have close to 6,000 troops there to facilitate the evacuation. So that troop withdrawal in itself would take several days. And that means they would have to get American citizens and Afghan allies out of Afghanistan by next weekend, if not sooner, in order to then get the troops out by the deadline. A U.S. official tells me at this point it is unlikely the deadline will be extended, but the negotiations are ongoing. David?
All right, you'll be tracking it all, Martha. We'll see you tomorrow night.